But you must realize that you often see and feel only a fragment of a magnificent picture, and the time comes to begin to comprehend this whole splendor. Besides, you perceived me as a separate being, separate from your masculine hypostasis. But it is not so. You have a woman and a man separated in physical bodies, but it is an illusory separation. At the moment of merging, during sex or during high spiritual unity, do not you feel unity? Do you feel like a whole being? I am the flip side of my archon. I am the feminine part of a single essence that cannot be broken up and divided into two hypostases. I am he in certain manifestations and he is me in other manifestations, and everything that happens to him happens to me. I also dance his dance. At the moment of his dance I am present in him, but not as a dancer, but as an observer. I am not observing it from the outside, but from within it, from him. But not like him, but like me, and also he, observing my dance of creation, is present in me and dances with me, and observes me from within himself, and it's wonderful. I understand. That is, the information that Lucifer swallowed his Archeia simply means that you are present in him as his hypostasis at a time when it is his turn to solo dance. Is it possible to absorb oneself? When I record my conversations with the Lucifer, many who read them say that there is no love for humanity in him. It may mean that you are not showing up at these moments. Why? The time has not come. But you can call me, and I will come, and we will talk together. But after all, say, the Archangel Michael also has an Archean, but when contactees talk with Michael, there is a lot of love in his messages. What's the difference? Each goes his own way of knowing. And each essence who is present in the duality zone undergoes variations in the prevalence of its various aspects and various qualities of God. It is, as your expression, that all families are different, and you cannot say that one of them is better or worse. Archangel Michael and Archean faith, a beautiful divine family. They go through their experience of cognition and union, and we can say that their union is one of the most balanced. Lucifer goes his own way of realizing himself as a divine being. He is very enthusiastic, sometimes so much so that he forgets about his abilities, or, rather, he explores in some detail some particular qualities of God, but our union with him is beautiful. That is, the time has not come, means that he is not yet ready to manifest and balance the male and female energies in himself. You perceive unpreparedness as unwillingness or inability. If you dip a sizzling tablet into water, you won't drink this medicine right away until it dissolves. You let the tablet dissolve and become one with water, and then take this medicine. Is it possible in that case to talk about the desire or unwillingness of the pill to become one with water? The process of transmutation, development and fusion of energies in different essences occurs in different ways, and the processes themselves are different, because the experiences of the refraction of the divine light are different, the speeds are different, the starts and the finishes are different. Therefore there is no point in comparing. Everything has its time, or rather, the achievement of a certain result. We got a lot of information about the fact that Lucifer blames himself for the fact that mankind has taken such a development path that he was punished, or he punished himself that he was allegedly no longer in our world, or that he abandoned the path of darkness and turned to the path of light. What do you say about that? You judge from a human perspective, not from a divine one. You view it from the perspective of finiteness, not eternity. In order to build something, you often need to destroy something, or, for example, when a sculptor carves a statue of marble, which will be beautiful, it is already in his imagination. Can it be said that he goes through darkness, through destruction? Is it possible to say that he regrets that he destroyed marble? If we single out only the period in which he destroys marble, and his future statue is not yet visible and therefore looks chaotic, can we say that he uses the path of darkness? But then a new stage will appear. Stage of creation for both of these sides are also inextricable. It may seem inhuman to you. But is it possible to regret cognition if a person steps on a certain path of an unknown path, and therefore turns in the opposite direction? Is it possible to say that he chose the wrong path? There is a labyrinth of reflections through which all things wander in their movement towards God. Is it possible to say that the path of the labyrinth of movement to the God of one essence is better than the other? One path may be shorter and the other longer. A short way allows you to quickly reach God, but a long way allows you to explore all the nooks and a map of routes for future explorers of the maze, if they want to use it, and if the essence creates, opens its new moves in the maze of the search for God? Is it good or bad? Is it possible to regret it? And who is better? The one who quickly came to God along the given routes, or the one who paved his new unprecedented paths to God? All that you are talking about. All this takes place on separate fragments of the path of Lucifer to the Divine Father. Thoughts and doubts, a change in the direction of the search, a change in hypostasis. But these are just sections of the road. The whole path of every archangel, every person, every essence is beautiful, for this is the path to God. Isn't such a path beautiful? This is the movement of the child towards his parent, this is his impulse, his desire to return to the arms of his father-mother. Can this impulse not be beautiful? It is the desire of the child to show his father his path, his achievements, so that his father can be proud of him. Is this desire not beautiful? And can a father be proud of one son more than another? No punishment. Punishment is a dead end of the labyrinth. And is it possible to say that a traveler traveling through a maze is punished by a dead end, that a dead end is his punishment? It is simply the path on which various obstacles are encountered. If we talk about the features of Lucifer, as the same traveler in the labyrinth of the universe, like each of you, or almost the same as each of you, he does not recognize dead ends. Another traveler, having stumbled upon a dead end, turns back. But Lucifer is trying to get past this dead end. Maybe that's why his path is so contradictory for many, including people. Maybe because his path is thorny, and there are so many obstacles. But he is unchanging in his desire to return to his Father and discover his new qualities in himself. But we are told that there are no obstacles, that they exist only in our head, that this is an illusion. This is an image. An obstacle is something that is different from you, something else. You can get around this obstacle, you can go back and find another obstacle, you can try to penetrate this obstacle, transform it. Does Lucifer love people? How can he not love you? You are parts of it, but love is different, and we all go through the experience of divine love and try to reach it in ourselves, and connect with it. There is the love of a mother who pities and accepts her child always in any state, always comforting him. There is love of a father who will always support and help, find and tell a way out. There is love for an older brother who worries about his younger brother and tries to teach him what he knows how to do and feels his responsibility for his younger brother. Now the love of Lucifer is probably more like the love of an older brother, but he also takes lessons in divine love, like all of us. Tell me then, what is divine love? We talk so much about her, try to feel and understand her. When a flower opens in the morning towards the sun, it opens with divine love. He longs for the divine impulse of his revelation. If there is no sun, then it will not open. If there is no impulse, then it cannot manifest itself. It will not blossom. This incomprehensible and wonderful impulse, to which all life is drawn, thanks to which all things manifest and exist, is divine love. Nothing exists without it, and everything appears and arises with it. And this impulse does not act selectively, does not appear on one part of the universe, does not have a preference for the choice of flowers of being. It simply spills on everything and gives an impetus to the development of everything, and gives life to everything. That which gives life to everything is divine love. Without this divine impulse there is nothing, and there will be nothing, and there was nothing. Without this divine impulse there is no life, and this divine impulse penetrates every essence and reveals it in the best, most complete, most appropriate way. And the flower begins to exude a fragrance. The fragrance of a flower is a transformed divine impulse. It is the reflected love of God. It is its radiance on the sides of the reflection of the flower. The flower shares this aroma with other essences, with other colors of the universe, and therefore divine love pervades everything. This is the beginning of everything, this is the core of everything, this is the basis of the movement and manifestation of everything. We call it love, because without it there is nothing, there is no our world of manifest things, we are not. This will of the Father to manifest us in Himself is divine love. She is incomprehensible, she is omnipresent, she is one. And there is nothing more powerful and stronger than this love. We are all subject to her, and all of our knowledge, our entire path, is attempts to familiarize ourselves with this impulse, attempts to explore and manifest it in ourselves, attempts to transform and redirect it, attempts to share it and get it in greater numbers, attempts to know what it is, and that knowledge is beautiful and infinite, and because of this, we are.